else as well. I saw another comment, and what it said was, "What's happened to Starmer? You tell me." You know, I never trusted that guy in his party, Miss Rayner. Never trusted any of you. You know, just don't trust you. Very, very arrogant. So now then, what they're on about doing now is, whether they've been on about doing this for quite a while or not, I don't know, probably so. So they're on about housing, building lots of houses, These immigrant hotels, these invaders hotels, they're costing the taxpayer, you the British people, right? They're costing you lots of money. So what's happening now is they're on about building lots of different houses for illegal immigrants, right? Invaders, right? So all these illegal immigrants, these invaders, right, they're on about building lots of houses all over the country just for these people. They're not on about catching them, putting them in a prison, holding them in a prison and sending them back. Now they're on about building all these houses, and they're actually on about putting them in these houses at your cost. Don't allow it, guys. Stop it. Do not allow it. Right. Before all this lot happened, 4 or 5 years ago, I made a video. I made a series of videos back in England. And it's a long time back. It's probably 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, as I remember. And they were flattening, they were destroying all the countryside in Barnsley. They destroy, what's she running at? Oh, across there for now, look. Looks like she wants to play running round. Right, I don't know. Right, so, who are going to live? They destroyed all the countryside. They took all the woods and the forest out. She's here, look. She's happy. She's happy, she's running around. Hopefully we can run around in England like that in the next 3 or 4 years. What you doing? And she's off. She's off again. And she'd make a good rabbiting dog back in England. Right, because she's a very, very intelligent dog. So they flattened all this lot, cut all woods down, levelled it, cost millions of pounds. Barnsley Council sanctioned. Look where she stood there. Get out of there! That's a Carabao wallering all, and it's dirty and sludgy. Just look. She'll know if that thing. Oi! Just look. I don't know, right? So I have to laugh at dogs, me. So, where was we? So they flattened all this lot, cut the woods down, it were beautiful. There were sparrowhawks, owls, short-eared owls, long-eared owls, lots of hares, all the beautiful rare wildlife, they flattened it. And I said in my video, who's coming to live here when they build these houses in Barnsley, Birdwell, Island, Common Island, Barnsley, when they actually do come here and they do build these houses, who's coming here to live? Now, I knew foreigners were actually coming to live in these houses before they built them. Don't know if they built the houses yet. And I knew it were coming. I actually knew foreigners were actually going to come and live in these houses. I didn't know thousands of invaders were going to come across. I thought, well, they'll probably put lots of foreigners in here and they'll work in these factories. Where Barnsley's, they've built lots of factories. I call it factory land. And my thought was, right, they've flattened all this lot. They've took all the forest out, all the woodland out, all the beautiful fields. And they're going to build houses on this lot. Now, who's coming to live here? I knew foreigners were coming to live here, right? I didn't know the full scale of it, because there were lots of factories being built as well. So they're going to build the houses. This was my way of thinking. Build the houses for people to work in the factories. And I didn't know this lot were going to be coming over. Invaders, Muslim rule. Wow, absolutely crazy. And what's crazy in England is Mayor of Leeds, Mayor of Sheffield, Mayor of all these different, Mayor of Rotherham, Mayor of London, Muslims, you don't have the right to be a mayor in our country. You are a guest. I said earlier on in the video, I'm a guest here in the Philippines. I am a paying guest here in the Philippines. I'm on overstay, I'll have to pay a fine, and etc. I am actually just a guy what made a mistake that's here on overstay. I want to leave the Philippines. I don't want to come in. I don't like the idea of all these invaders and all these guys with no values, no British values. There's rapes, there's lots of shit going off, lots of crap going off in England with all these invaders. It's going to get worse and worse. And stop it. Stop it. Right, you the British public have the power to stop it in a peaceful way, right? But Ireland are the same. Ireland are peaceful. Ireland tried to stop all the invaders, the illegal immigrants. They got sick to death of it. It was destroying their way of life. Same as England, same as the English people. It was destroying their communities. They got sick of it. And some people actually took the law into their own hands, so to speak. What do you expect? They're going to kick off. And England will kick off. But like I said, you know me, I'm a very peaceful person. And peaceful protesting is the way to go. Now, it won't go to that. It will go to civil war. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But like I said, please make a comment. What's your views? Oh, and you know, you trolls and you haters, I really do love you. You don't bother me. Another comment. Right, so you hateful people, keep the comments coming, Bob. And it doesn't really bother me. I know you're quite sad little people. And you'll never make it, will you, on YouTube? Because I've watched your YouTube channel. 2 subscribers. Work at it, work at it, work at it. Takes years to build and build. And that's England. It took you guys years and years to work to build a beautiful country. Now it's getting destroyed. Your way of life is in danger. So your way of life's in danger. So guys, like I said, looks like Keir Starmer's been up to no good as per normal. And trash talk about you stopping these gangs coming over. You're obviously not stopping them. You've put nothing in place whatsoever. Just trash talking, and I don't like trash talking, you know. So hopefully you're out of power very, very soon, and let's get someone in power what is actually for the British people. But don't forget, now the spark has been ignited. The English are watching, the Irish are watching, the Scottish, the British Isles are watching, Europe's watching, the world's watching. Take your country back, guys, peacefully. Now, to a comment, when I come back to England, like I said, thanks for the great comments. And I don't care at all, so okay, I don't care at all. For you baddies what like to make your little bad, silly little comments, listen, I don't care. When I come back to England, right, I don't care. If I'm walking down the street in England and it's not safe it might not be safe for you, Paul, do I look bothered? So long as I'm helping my country of the UK, I will stand up. And people like me will actually die for his country. Hopefully not. You know, life's for living. But, you know, that's where we are at the moment, guys. Hopefully I'm back in England very, very soon. I know I need to make a move, and I'm not going to rabbit on about it. Immigration, like I said, I'm here on overstay, and whatever happens here, you know, I'll do what I have to do. And if I do come back to England and there's a threat against me, I'll deal with that threat. Okay, I don't care. I'm not a coward. Lot of brave people in England, lots and lots. The British people, the Irish people. I'm talking Britain, England, Scottish, Scotland, Wales, all of England, very, very brave people. And, you know, we'll fight for what we believe in. Now we're awake and the lions are walking. And for your Muslim rule, look, take your Muslim rule, take all your BS, take all your rubbish, take it back to where you come from. You know, wherever it's come from, take it back. You are a guest. You are a guest in our country, whether you've worked there 30, 40, 50 years or not. Whether you have a UK passport or not, that can be taken off you. You are a guest. I'm a guest in the Philippines. I'm a paying guest. I'm on overstay. I will have to pay a fine. Right. You are illegal immigrants that are coming to the country. You're invaders. But for you guys that think you can take this country over, you don't. A Muslim does not have a right to build a mosque in England. And I'm going to have to say this. You do not have a right to build a mosque in England. No, you don't. What did I just say? You are a guest in England, right? You're a guest. It's not your country. And we don't like your ways. We don't like your religion. Right? Take it back to where you come from. Preach it there. Leave us alone. And God bless to you. Now then, mosques. You don't have a right to build mosques. 150 mosques. You're wanting to build a mosque in the Lake District. Ludicrous. And mayors, you know, you don't have a right to be it. You don't have a right to be. Who sanctioned all this? You know, who sanctioned it? You're putting people in prison in England. I know you put a guy called Tommy Robinson. I do apologise, don't know a lot about Tommy Robinson. I'll try and search him. They also put a lady what made a tweet. And I don't know what the tweet was. I've spotted a mango. Right. So, I don't know what the tweet was. She's in prison, I don't know, 20, 30 months. As far as I know, she's still in prison. I could be totally wrong. Very hard for me to get onto the internet, guys. So, you know, you're putting people in prison, but, you know, how dare you put Muslim people in power who actually sanctioned it? You know, yeah, the people that sanctioned it, I'm sure that's been a backhander. Sure, a lot of money's been paid and it's gone in back pocket. You know, put them in prison. You know, so that's the way you think. That's the way you think you're going to run a country, just looking on the floor. Like I said, it's not very safe in here. So, you know, right, guys, I'll get back. Right, sorry if I'm repeating myself. I'm lucky where I'm going and I can't think half of the time. I should be okay here. Right, so you know, people are making a tweet, people are speaking up, and you've got the audacity. And you as a judge, and you as a prime minister, you as a government, you're diabolical. You cannot put people in prison like you are doing. And I don't know what the tweet was about. A lady made a tweet. This guy, Tommy Robinson, I don't know what he said actually to get put in prison. I know he's out now. Don't know if this lady's still in prison. It's not going to work. So, you know, you will actually put your own people in prison for a little trivial thing. So for something small, you put someone in prison, an English citizen in prison. Now Muslim can rape, can do what he wants, and he's allowed to do so. And Shia law, Shia crap, you know, a law into England. Who do you think you are? Listen, say it as it is. Will I be safe when I come back to England? Who cares? God will be my judge. God bless. Right? So God will be my judge. Whatever happens when I come back to England. Who cares? Right? Who cares? So that's it. Shouldn't be any mosques in England. Shouldn't be allowed to have a mosque. Right? You should not have a say in England. Right? No, you shouldn't. Now, I'm all for you guys coming to England. coming to London and coming to Sheffield and going to cities and enjoying your life, coming here and you spend your money. I'm all for that. There's nothing to stop you people coming to, look, whether you're black, you're white, you're blue, you're pink, you're green, could be a green man. for me, right, so whatever colour you are, doesn't matter. Colour, I could marry, if I married a black lady tomorrow, you know, for me, I would respect that lady. She's black. If I married a Chinese lady tomorrow, I'd respect that lady and I'd stand up for that lady, whatever the colour. So, colour, don't bring your colour into it. You can bring your bad religion into it, but don't bring your colour into it. So, you know, it's nice that you guys actually are coming to England. And, you know, as a guest, you know, you come in for an holiday. Lovely, you can do that. Come to England, then go back to your own country. If you're working here on a visa, okay, and you're helping if you're actually helping the UK, absolutely brilliant. You know, on a visa, whatever. There's a lot to be said. And wait government to thinking and wait government to go in, you know, of it next 10 years they're going to be building houses for all these invaders. How are you thinking? Of it next 10 years there's going to be a civil war. There's going to be no houses of it next 5 or 10 years. All for Muslims and invaders and all this trash and rabble that's coming across. There's going to be no houses because there will be a civil war, I'm sure of it. But like I said, English people are very peaceful, so I'm sure the English people will do things very peacefully. They won't break the law. But when a civil war comes, you know, you are suppressing the English people. And, you know, if they're free and something goes off, it's puff, no big deal. But when you suppress, when that does boom, when that does go off, it'll go off. And I'm sure England's going to go off. It's the chicken wagon. There's a chicken farm. I'll do a video on it. I've already got plenty of videos on it. I'm going to have a look for some mangoes. So, you know, like I said, make your BS comments if you want to make your comments. I actually love that. Let's have a look at this young lady. She's quite thin. She needs to get some of that grass. We've got a lot of rain, and it's a nice lot of rain. So she's looking okay. She is actually fit, but she's probably being run down. But this grass will build her up, I'm sure on it. And her calf's looking really healthy. So calf's healthy. So, you know, absolutely lovely. So that's a carabao. Give her some grass and she's happy. So, you know, God bless to you guys in England. And I'll just get a quick mention. I've mentioned it in other videos before. But let me just get this clear, right? I've got no fear, right? When I come back to England, I have got no fear, right? I don't care if there's a million Muslims and whatever happens. I've got no fear, right? And people like me, very brave, very, very brave people. The English, the Scottish, the Welsh, a lot of the European people, very brave people. We don't like trouble, we don't want wars, we just want peace. And we want things to get back to normal. We don't want all this trash and rubbish. And then we've got his own government suppressing. Why is that? Money control. Right guys, take care, God bless. Hopefully I can upload a video. And like I said, please help support in the way of $1. You know, like I said, all my videos are free to watch. But for you guys that actually just joined us on this channel, you know, thanks for the join. You know, thanks for the subscribing. Hopefully, like I said, I get back to England. And like I said, you're actually, you invaders, you know, I had to sit down for quite a while, and I had to think out of the box. I had to think, why would our government do what they're actually doing? Well, normally everything comes down to money or control, or they're a psychopath, or they're a narcissist, right? So, work it out. Take care, God bless. Thumbs up. We're here in Concilian, Philippines, hopefully back in England. And like I said, please make a comment, whether it's a good comment or a bad comment. You know, it's a both. But, you know, simple as that, right? Nothing to do now. That's why I want to get back to England. I'm very, very bored here in the Philippines. I don't have anything to do. It's very, 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 very hot, very humid. And there's not a lot to do, guys. Can keep feeling. There's bad fire ants in here as well. And when they actually get on you, they give you a very, very nasty bite. So you have to watch where you're walking, because you might be stood in an ant's nest. So that's it. You know, that's it. I think maybe I'll chat on this topic another time, but mainly my topic's not normally England, it's normally the Philippines. So, you know, but things have started to bother me. And the things that are actually bothering me is what's going off in England. You know, good, honest, hard-working people. You know, I mean, there's freedom of speech and freedom of speech. Now, if you've got some crackpot and he's going on to the streets of Barnsley, Barnsley's capital of England. So you all know where capital of England is. It's Barnsley. Then you go down to London. Right, London? Where's London? There's going to be no London left. You know, for a start, get that mayor out of London. He don't have a right to be there. And all this lovely green belt. He just wants to destroy the beautiful life of London. Hard-working people. Take care, God bless, guys. Please like and support. And you can do me a good favour. Please like, please subscribe, please share the videos. Have a beautiful day here from Concilian. Right, I'm going to try and pick 1 or 2 more mangoes up. Right, so yeah, a mango a day, very, very healthy, very, very good. And for us, you know, because we're very, very poor here in the Philippines. Very, very, very poor here in the Philippines. I've had no TV for over 3 years, so no TV. And, you know, for you guys that actually have supported me, thank you very much. And for you guys who I've not known very long, and I've met here in the Philippines, very, very much appreciated. Don't think I don't appreciate, you know, your help. I do appreciate your help, however big or little it is. And, you know, when I get back to England, hopefully I'll be actually seeing 1 or 2 of you, and I'll be looking for a job, I'll be looking for work. And if my YouTube channel's up there, and I'm making enough money off my YouTube channel, well, you know, that's what I'll be doing. You've got it, I'll be YouTubing, but let's hope things in England get back together. Sorry about that, I've just remembered. If you're in England and you're in Barnsley and you're actually chatting a load of garbage, yeah, I'm sure you'll make your comments, bashers and haters, right? But if you're in Barnsley, you're in a major city, you're making very, very bad comments against the British government for no good reason, against people, it's possible that you could be going to prison, but not for 3 years, you know, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months. You know, if you're a really nasty piece of work and you're really trying to take British value, British society down, and you're saying a lot of bad things, which British people never really do, but there's always one crackpot. You know, you can understand somebody going to prison, but for you guys that are chatting and you're standing up for your country, what you've worked for, what you've loved, you know, we can we can't understand why you go into prison, you know. And like I said, you guys in power, you're not above me, right? Okay, you've got this idea you're above me, but you're not above me. The only thing what you've got is the money. So you've got the power money. You don't come from a better family than what I come from. Most people in England, we come from working class. Very, very, very hard working people. My papa, my dad, my father, my daddy, if I'm in London. So my dad, he actually were in the army 7 years. He were all over the world. He went in a garden shed in Kettering or wherever it is. He went all over the world in his day. He was a professional boxer. He actually came home, my dad, and he'd got a lot of medals, right? He was a professional boxer when he left the army, and he also was a very, very fast guy runner, and he won a lot of races. And he's just like a lot of you guys, very hard working. He worked in the pits, got his foot crushed. So his foot got crushed in the pit. And I can remember he was on a walking stick for a good few years. Then he used to window clean, and that were in his when he left army. And he worked in the steelworks. So he was like you guys, you know, he worked in the pits, had his foot crushed, and he worked in the steelworks. He worked on the buses. He was like you hard-working people that's built England. And like I said, by the sounds of it, he were a bit of an handful when he was younger. And it was totally different to me, totally different. I'm looking for that mango. But you know, just a good hard-working people, just good hard-working people. Right guys, I'm going to get off. I'm going to look for some mangoes. And like I said, please make a comment whether it's good or bad. And it's interesting for me to hear what you guys are up to. And I'll be in the streets. Having to do that. It's Joveline. She's looking for mangoes. Right, so I'll be very, very interested. Ants, I'll be very, very interested what you're up to. So, please make a comment. Have a beautiful day. Right, I've got ants all over my legs. Fire ants, take care, God bless.